Good evening, Anastasia.
Hi, Ioana. Good evening.
Hello everyone. My name is Ioana Sima. I'm an external hypnosis operator and student of the Grifasi Academy, and my colleague Anastasia is a telepathic support of the Grifasi method. Today we are together because we will do the investigative cycle number 273, the protocol number 2. As usual, the protocol we are going to do is defined mixed because it has two parts. First of all, it has the first part, which is the fixed part that with questions that we cannot modify or deepen. And the second part is the free exploration part, in which we will deepen the answers that Anastasia will give me from the answers from the first part. The investigations are being done in multiple countries and in multiple languages, and all the operators follow the same fixed protocol. The telepathic supports do not know the subject of this investigation before entering in hypnosis in order to not contaminate the information. Anastasia, if you're ready.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now you can take a couple of deep breaths and get comfortable. And while you do that, I will count from 3 to 1 while your body relaxes deeply. As I count, let each number guide you into a state of calm, where your body becomes heavier and your thoughts leave your mind. With every breath you take, the tension in your body disappears. 3, 3, 3. You can feel a wave of warmth through your whole body, releasing all the pressure from your muscles, your shoulders, your neck, your chest. And you can move this wave in your whole body, releasing all the tension. 2, 2, 2. Notice how your breath becomes effortless and slow. And with each exhale, your mind is quieter. Allow yourself to sink completely into this moment. Your body is heavy and still, and your mind is calm and empty. I will count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, you will connect with 28th of February with the alignment of 7 planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Tell me everything you perceive in relation to the metaphysical level. 1, 2, 3.
I perceive from the start kind of like a spark that is being provoked by this alignment. Specifically, an image was coming up of a red stone, kind of like a red ruby, ruby, and an image of it cracking and kind of eliminating some type of energy, some type of thing. So something like a snap that is happening in this alignment.
What else do you perceive?
I'm perceiving an image of this linear alignment that these planets kind of have, but also an image of a circular kind of alignment that is being created when these planets are aligned. Some type of energetical connection that happens between them in this circular form, and when they're that in that form, it kind of creates a certain type of strength. It's like how are they called? It's like that technology, like a laser, the technology of a laser. So I'm now seeing it above that red ruby that I saw earlier. So it kind of initiates that process, but it's not clear to me what process exactly for now.
We'll look into it. Okay. Observe this planetary alignment on the physical level only and tell me what you perceive.
I saw it almost like covering something up, like creating a certain type of visual shield. It's like putting multiple barriers in front of something, so it seems less visible, if it makes sense. So there is some type of happening in that moment that it's kind of pushed away from the physical eye. It's not intended to be seen. So that alignment helps with kind of the whole structure of this reality. It seems like something complex, something that is more organic than kind of manipulated.
Okay. You said it seems more organic than manipulated? Okay. Interesting. Okay. On the night of 13th to 14th of March, the full moon will turn blood red for about 65 minutes. Observe this phenomenon from the energetic point of view and tell me what you perceive on the sensory level.
I perceived a loud noise. It's like almost scratching noise that is really irritating. And this red color, this phenomenon, it correlates, it takes me back to the image of the red ruby, that really intense red color that is being influenced by the energy that is created by the alignment of these planets in kind of a circular motion. And now I'm decoding this information as this circular alignment is created in the metaphysical level. Um, hmm.
What else?
It's almost like an impulse that goes to this moon, and it creates some kind of waves that that create themselves this vibration that to me sounds like this irritating noise. It's giving me the concept of creating an irritation to the not only to the subliminal parts, kind of all energetical beings that are near. Um, and again, it has something to do with the natural cycle. I don't perceive it as being something that is organized. It's almost like just something that is. But it can be influenced in some ways, and it can be influenced in relation with that noise. I feel like that noise, that that irritating energy can be taken and kind of redirected or shaped in a way.
Okay, very good. Now observe the blood moon eclipse on the metaphysical level and tell me what you perceive.
I'm perceiving it's kind of like an energy that expands. I'm trying to understand where exactly. It's almost like it has something to do with the energetical impulses of the earth. I see this red light. I'm describing it how I'm seeing it. So it's like a red light that expands in the area of the earth and in some areas near to it. And it's kind of creating these impulses of energy. It's almost like an those how do I say it? Those things that stimulate the heart when the heart is failing in medicine, like those electroshocks, something like that. Something like a restoration process, natural restoration process. It's like a signal, something that resonates with the energy of the earth, and in a moment it clicks, and it's like beginning a program, almost like a natural program.
Okay, very interesting. On 29th of March, on the 29th of March, there will be a second eclipse, this time a solar one, Which energies do you perceive are related to this eclipse?
Hmm. The word seal came to me, not as the animal, like the action of sealing something. It's almost like it has the action of sealing in the the effects of the previous eclipse, the previous energies. Yeah, it's taking me to this concept of like electroshocking, with different frequencies, and this one is like plus and minus, so it's like kind of stimulates the Earth uh, in both spectrums. So everything is aligned, and it goes how it's intended to go. They're correlated in a sense of um, balancing each other. Yeah, that's what I perceive for now.
Okay. Go to the future and tell me if you perceive any implications stemming from the planetary alignment on the 28th of February and the two eclipses in March.
I perceive a process of I really don't know the word for it. Getting thinner. The process of getting thinner. The and some type of layer of the Earth is getting thinner. It's kind of exposed more to the outside, atmosphere. But it's like something not bad necessarily. Again, I'm perceiving it as something natural. It's like it's adapting. The planet is adapting continuously. This thinning, I'm trying to see if it's physical or energetical.
Yes.
It's more energetical. It's kind of like the restraints that have been created around Earth are being, again, I don't know the word, are getting thinner. Yes, released, something like that.
Okay. Ancient myths connect the blood moon with apocalyptic or catastrophic events. What do you perceive about this information?
It took me back to those impulses that I saw, those electroshocks. They're perceived as electroshocks, even in the physical. It has to do with the core of the Earth. It's like a bounce effect, something that shakes it, and it can have a relation to the environment changes or catastrophes, things in that area, because it comes from the core. Again, it has to do with the evolution of the Earth, its natural course, its adaptation. I'm seeing now the process of shaking off. It's like shaking off energy. It's like the planet is regenerating itself in a way. It's like it has its own perception of energies, of things that are going on the atmosphere, and it's trying to rebalance itself. And in the physical level, it can appear as catastrophes or those sort of things.
Okay. What else do you perceive?
For now, that's it.
Perfect. We finished the first part, the fixed part. Um, um, it's very interesting, everything that you said. Now go back to the beginning where we started, to this red stone, this ruby. You mentioned that it's cracking and it's eliminating energy.
Mm-hmm.
Examine the energy that it's eliminating. Describe it to me.
Hmm.
How does it look like?
Um, it looks like, for now, just plain white energy. Um, but I say coming from the core of the earth, this ruby is almost like on the interior, and hmm, it's almost like releasing pressure. That's a good word. It's
Mhm.
releasing pressure.
So this ruby is in the core of the earth.
Yes, but it's
Okay.
almost like mirrored also in a in the energetical level as something. So it's in the physical and in the metaphysical.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the metaphysical level. So this ruby is cracking, it's eliminating energy, and from what I understood, the energy that is getting out of this ruby is creating the changes on Earth. The Earth, it makes the Earth rebalance itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then how does this influence the alignment, the planetary alignment? What is the link between these events?
I'm perceiving just the time aspect of it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like linked to the timing. It's almost like a natural clock. When it aligns, it is a moment where certain things happen. Like again, that natural cycle, that natural clock. Um, I'm even seeing now this planetary alignment, like this line. It's basically like a line of a clock. It moves and it
Mm-hmm.
hits certain points, and at each point there's something that is supposed to happen. Um, and when this alignment happens and the clock ticks, it's almost like it naturally happens. This event, this cracking, this rebalancing,
Mm-hmm.
and this how do I say it? The power of it and its kind of magnitude is influenced by the overall energy of the earth in that moment. So it can be stronger, it can be lighter. It depends on, its state in that moment of time.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And what determines the alignment of the planets?
Mm, I didn't quite understand the question. What?
What is the subliminal condition that determines the planet alignment?
Mm, I don't see a subliminal condition. I see it as just something that is. There's nothing influencing it.
Okay.
It's just a base thing.
And it repeats
hmm
because,
Because that's how the cycle is designed.
okay.
For something to exist, it has to, in some periods of time, rebalance itself, just like the human body. You have to um, kind of let out pressure or anything to um, go back to that state of harmony.
Mhm. Is this something that only happens on Earth?
No, no, not just on Earth. I'm perceiving others too.
Okay. When I asked you about this alignment on a physical level, you saw that it was like a visual shield, like it was covering something. What is it covering?
Hmm. The first thing that came to me is other planets. It's like they're in a certain chain that is somehow connected. They're connected to each other, and there's a certain set of planets between them that are that have a role of kind of a bridge more than individual life, like on Earth. Um,
So these planets, where are they located? In our solar system, outside? What is their position? What do you perceive? Are they the planets close to Earth or far from Earth?
they're far from Earth, mm, but the thing, hmm, it's interesting because they're far from Earth, but if I'm getting the message that if these planets, like between them, weren't there, it would almost create like a polarizing effect, and they would get closer and closer to each other. It's almost something that is not matching energetically, and it will create like a collapsing effect. That's an image that I'm perceiving.
Mm-hmm.
So, mm, yeah,
And you said
that's
planets between them. Who is them? Between who?
the planets that you listed at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, okay. Now, you, when we were talking about the red moon, the blood moon, um, you mentioned a loud noise, an irritating noise. Observe this noise and tell me who or what is creating this noise. What's the origin?
Hmm. Um, I see being created again naturally. I am perceiving now the sound waves, and I directly saw how these sound waves go to the animals on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like the person who orchestrates an opera, a opera band. It's like a sign for them to rearrange or move places, or again, it's like rebalancing their natural cycles that they were born with.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it sounded irritating because I'm now seeing it, I perceived it from the human body perspective, not from the energetical perspective. Came to
Yeah.
me like that. And it's correlated to the lack, um, kind of the lacking of the human body of perceiving um, certain type of frequencies in the physical level. It's like that.
Okay, so overall, how does that, how is this sound affecting the animals?
It's kind of like guiding them. Um, I'm seeing it's kind of organizing their common consciousness that they're operating under, that tribal effect. It's like reconstructing it or kind of decluttering and organizing it. I'm seeing like messy pieces and they're being organized and put in an order.
So it helps them.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Um, we discussed about the solar eclipse. Do you perceive any difference between the solar eclipse and the planetary alignment and the red moon
Mm.
in the energies? Is there any difference between them?
Yeah, the solar eclipse is more calm. I'm perceiving it as more calm. It's like a settling energy. Um, and the image that I perceived is funny because I perceived the um, cosmetology procedure on a human face. It's like when an extraction is being done or something more irritating to the skin is being done, and at the end they apply some type of mask, a calming mask, or some type of thing that calms the skin. It's almost like that type of process.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. You said that it was kind of a seal that seals the earth, from what I understood, the earth process.
Hmm.
How does this affect the human?
The whole process with the blood moon, or just this solar eclipse?
Tell me about, first of all, how the alignment of the seven planets affect the humans.
Hmm. Mm, I perceived it again as a type of decluttering, even though it sounds more ridiculous when it comes to humans. Um, but a decluttering in a sense of, again, based on energy, where the energy is kind of heavy on Earth. Um, there can be more physical phenomenons like catastrophes. It's kind of trying to, again, the planet is trying to compensate, you know, and there where the energy is heavy, or there are a lot of people who kind of are more on the negative spectrum
Mm-hmm.
energetically, um, it can affect them in a way of physical catastrophes or that type of
Sickness.
thing. Yes, and
Okay.
sickness or just something like that.
Okay. Now let's move to the red moon. How does this phenomenon affect the humans?
Hmm. I'm perceiving an impulse coming from inside the earth. It's like almost going through the physical body of a human. Um, hmm. I see it accentuating um, hmm, unnatural. How do I say it? Unnatural feelings for the human body.
Okay, like what?
Um, like I'm perceiving this as something that those feelings that had been kind of implemented or integrated into the human experience, there are now such a big focus and hold an importance, but they're really not benefiting the human body, such as fear, anger, sadness, extreme sadness. And I'm talking about all of these in extremes.
Okay.
Um, I see this energy that's coming from inside the earth, accentuating these feelings in the human body. It's kind of like taking someone to the extreme point so they kind of finally take action towards it. It's like people are synchronizing with the energy of the earth and are participating in this natural cycle that it has. They're like syncing, and it's almost like humans go through that rebalancing cycle with the earth.
Okay. Very interesting. What does this happen with all the humans?
No, it's only accentuating there where it resonates.
So what are the subliminal conditions for this to resonate with a human? For this event, of course, the red moon.
Hmm. This again, these extremities, extreme anger or extreme fear, something that is extreme and is deregulating you and it's making you sick um,
So
emotionally and physically.
an unbalance.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay.
Again, that thing, that those emotions that are really not supposed to be a part of the human experience, of a natural human experience, not a manipulated one.
Hmm. And all these processes are mm,
They're like
oh,
trying to help people to wake up to their true
okay.
senses because
Interesting.
the real energy of the earth is not a manipulative one.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Um, why is the red moon called the blood moon?
Hmm. It takes me to an image of sickness. And again, going back to that impulse that's coming from the earth, and in general, the impulses created by the alignment of the planet. It's it can be deranging for some people, and it can cause that process of sickness, or for some, again, not sickness but violence, because it's accentuating those extreme feelings, and it can lead to violence or something that is related to blood, so people associated it with blood.
Mm,
Or
okay.
again, not only on people, also effects on nature, um, that seem catastrophic to people but are not really. They're just part of a process, but it can lead to deaths and blood because, again, um, uh, how to say it? Mm, the word doesn't come to me. Um,
It's part of an.
Hurricanes or
Oh,
anything,
okay.
crackings in the earth, um, tornadoes,
Earthquakes.
earthquakes. Exactly,
Okay.
earthquakes. They can lead to human deaths or human tragedies. So again, they correlated that to blood.
Okay. Um, in some cultures, they used to recharge crystals. They use some type of rituals when it comes to these kind of events, planet alignments or red moons, blood moons, solar eclipses. There are some kind of, yeah, rituals that are being made, recharging crystals or burning sage, I don't know, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Do these rituals help a person? How do these rituals influence a person's experience?
Hmm. They can influence the experience if it's understood right. And I'm saying this because when you talked about crystals, I saw again that process of energy coming from the core of the earth and recharging, accentuating, ev- kind of besides the feelings and energies in the human body, they also influence natural energies, frequencies. And every element on earth has a frequency, and these crystals themselves have a frequency, and it's kind of like accentuating that frequency of the crystal. It's almost like not vibrating but pulsing. And I saw that most believe that this energy is coming from above, from the moon, but it's actually coming from within the planet. And mm, it can influence a person if
If the person believes that it will
beliefs,
influence them.
yes, yes, exactly in that way. Yes, the frequency of the crystal changes and it can be more, how to say, of a higher frequency, but it doesn't really interact with the person if there's no connection or anything. It doesn't really influence the person.
Okay. Is there any kind, is there anything that some people are doing on Earth that is blocking the Earth's natural process of cleansing?
Hmm. I don't see the people doing it. I see more the influence of the entities who um, influence people, have something to do with it. The Earth doesn't like that.
So what do you perceive? Describe to me.
I'm perceiving this manipulation of keeping people or creating a scenario for people of life on Earth that is not what life on Earth is supposed to be. Um, Suffering, money, greed, anger, fear, all of that should not be a part of it. But this environment has been created on Earth, and it creates, again, it influences that imbalance
Mm-hmm.
that the Earth is trying um, to eliminate. And it's not the people that is trying to eliminate, it's trying to eliminate those conditions that put people into that state that creates that energy of that just negative energy, if it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Are there any physical activities that are made in order to slow the Earth's process in equilibrating, of balancing himself?
Mm.
Do you perceive anything that is being made in order to keep people angry, keep
Mm.
people in low frequencies?
The whole system, um, it's not even something being built, it's the environment you live in. um,
Give me
Everything.
examples of things.
Education,
Okay.
rules, laws, um, common beliefs, societal beliefs that I don't know, just things that you think are normal, religion, all of these things that create the society. It's them keeping the person in this state. A lot that has to do with money, hunger, also natural resources. Something that makes a person believe that they can survive, because again, it goes against the natural form of the earth, and it's not supposed to be like that.
Mm-hmm. And how can, because we all live on Earth.
Hmm.
So my question is, how can each one of us be as balanced as possible in a world that is trying to keep us unbalanced?
I perceived decoding the game. So almost like hacking a game, hacking Monopoly or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and starting to fakingly play by the rules. It's almost like knowing a game so well that you can play the game without really playing it, without really being involved in it.
Okay.
So understanding the mechanisms that are influencing people, and detaching from those mechanisms mentally and emotionally so they don't affect you. Just admitting the things for what they are and choosing not to be a part of that, uh, with your emotional state, with your mental state. Being physically present in something doesn't mean that you should be attached to it or involved um, with your emotional being, with your with your thoughts, with your everything. So basically, detachment.
Yeah. Very nice, very interesting. Now tell me if there is any other important information that comes to you right now about this subject, about the moon. About the sun eclipse, the solar eclipse.
Not about it, but a thing that came to me and persists is getting into nature. Because these cycles, the blood moon, everything, they are natural cycles. You can't avoid them.
Mm-hmm.
But what you can do for yourself is get more into nature, because I saw this process of deforesting, of the planet turning kind of gray.
Yeah.
And it's intentional. And a thing that is great to do is go out into nature, because it helps clear the view. Not even connecting with nature, just being in nature. It's kind of bringing the human body into a state of balancing itself with the earth. And it helps. It helps avoid overstimulation of the mental body, of the emotional body, and just rebalancing yourself. That came to me and seemed important.
Yes, it is. Thank you. Perfect. Now, take a deep breath and disconnect from everything, from every place, from everywhere, from everyone. And I will count from 1 to 3. And at 3, you will be totally present into your body in this moment. 1. Disconnect completely from everything, everywhere, and everyone, and you return fully into your body. Your space is clean. You are clean. Your subliminal part is clean. You feel better and better. 2. Your body begins to feel lighter and lighter and stronger and more vibrant. You can feel your energy flowing through your body, your high frequencies flowing through it. You feel happiness, you feel at peace. Everything is flowing. And 3, you can open your eyes.
Well, hi.
How do you feel?
Hi. I'm feeling great now.
How was the trip? It was a great trip into the universe and into the center of the earth.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of information that is quite interesting.
And how do you feel?
I feel great.
Amazing. Perfect. Thank you so much, Anastasia.
Thank you, Ioana.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you liked it, and thank you for listening to us and for watching us, and we'll see you very soon. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye bye.
Buenos días.
Dzień dobry.
Bienvenidos a este primer vídeo de Disclosure en español y polaco.
Bardzo Was serdecznie witamy na tym nowym wideo, które będzie w języku hiszpańskim i polskim na kanale Disclosures.
Vamos a producir mucho más vídeos en futuro como estos vídeos informativos.
W przyszłości stworzymy dużo więcej takich wideo, które będą Was informowały o różnych rzeczach.
Porque estamos notando que cuanto más se va divulgando este trabajo, estas hipnosis por internet, también cuanto más mala información se está difundiendo.
A to dlatego, że zauważyliśmy, że im więcej wstawiamy sesji z naszymi hipnozami, tym więcej jakby informacji sprzecznych zaczyna się rozprzestrzeniać.
Y entonces hoy vamos a hablar de las sesiones investigativas.
Więc dzisiaj będziemy mówić o sesjach badawczych.
Porque estoy viendo que hay personas que a lo mejor se dedican a una sesión con una persona, se van a algún lugar, preguntan algo y lo poco de información que pueden extraer de una sesión se lo creen como si fuera oro, completamente puro oro.
Bo zauważyłem, że są takie sesje i takie osoby, które robią jedną sesję z jedną osobą na dany temat i kiedy wychodzi tam jakaś informacja, to jest ona odbierana, jakby to było rzeczywiście coś niesamowicie wiarygodnego, jakby to było czyste złoto.
Yo os digo que la sesión así dicha investigativa no existe.
Ja chciałbym Wam powiedzieć, że sesja badawcza tak naprawdę nie istnieje.
Entonces podríais como preguntar, entonces cuando haces una sesión a un cliente y preguntas cosas, ¿por qué preguntas?
Więc mógłbyś mi zadać pytanie, więc skoro robisz jakąś sesję z jakąś osobą i zadajesz jej pytania, to właściwie po co je w ogóle zadajesz?
Sí, sabemos que la información en hipnosis está muy, pero de verdad muy contaminada.
My bardzo dobrze wiemy, że informacja, która wychodzi podczas hipnozy jest niezwykle, ale to niezwykle zanieczyszczona.
Y esa información, así como sale de la hipnosis, no podemos tomarla como conocimiento, como investigación.
Więc takiej informacji, która wychodzi podczas sesji hipnozy, nie bierzemy nigdy jako takiej informacji, która jest rzeczywiście bardzo prawdziwa, zgodna z prawdą i oczywista.
En el caso de sesiones a clientes, la información que sacamos nos sirve por otro objetivo. El objetivo es llegar a la causa de su problema y trabajar.
Te informacje, które uzyskujemy podczas sesji dla klientów, służą nam zupełnie do czegoś innego. Celem jest to, żeby znaleźć przyczynę i pracować nad nią.
Pero ¿qué significa que la información está contaminada? ¿Cuánto está contaminada y por qué?
Ale co to właściwie oznacza informacja zanieczyszczona? Kiedy jest zanieczyszczona i dlaczego jest zanieczyszczona?
Hay que saber que cuando nosotros pedimos una información y nos llega a través de una persona en hipnosis, esta información sale de una fuente, para así decirlo, y atraviesa muchas dimensiones, muchas densidades.
Kiedy prosimy o jakąś informację podczas sesji, to ta informacja, powiedzmy to w ten sposób, pochodzi z jakiegoś źródła, ale w międzyczasie przechodzi przez wiele gęstości i wiele wymiarów.
Y también pasa por conciencias, por inteligencias. Esa información viene atrapada en el éter por varios seres.
Ale ta informacja przechodzi też przez wiele umysłów, wiele świadomości, istnieje w eterze i może być przechwycona również przez wiele bytów.
Estos seres, estas inteligencias, pueden voluntariamente o involuntariamente distorsionarla.
I te byty, te istoty lub świadomości mogą ją zniekształcić świadomie lub nieświadomie.
Y además, la persona que está en hipnosis tiene sus creencias, su mentalidad, sus perspectivas, sus opiniones. Esta estructura mental contamina también esta información.
A co więcej, osoba, która jest w stanie hipnozy, ma swoje własne przekonania, swoje własne wartości i wierzenia, swoją własną mentalność i przez tą właśnie strukturę całą mentalną również może dojść do jeszcze kolejnego zanieczyszczenia.
Y además, si nosotros queremos investigar, por ejemplo, una persona o un ser que no tiene ninguna conexión con el ambiente hipnótico donde estamos trabajando, esta persona puede no autorizar la salida de informaciones de sí mismo.
A co więcej, jeśli połączymy się z jakąś istotą, która absolutnie nie należy do tego środowiska hipnotycznego, w którym pracujemy, taka istota może nie zgodzić się na przekazanie informacji.
Si hay interacción, si hay interferencias entre un ser y otro, es posible que circule información por las conexiones, por los pactos.
Jeśli jest jakaś interferencja między dwoma istotami, to wtedy dzięki tym paktom, albo przez te pakty, przez to połączenie, które istnieje, rzeczywiście wychodzą informacje.
Pero si en aquella sesión en concreto ese ser o esa persona se va a cuestionar y no hay ninguna conexión, es muy improbable que llegue una información autorizada.
Ale jeśli zdarzy się tak, że łączymy się z istotą, która nie ma z tym nic wspólnego, to jest bardzo mało prawdopodobne, że dostaniemy jakąś informację.
Entonces, imaginemos que queremos investigar sobre un personaje famoso de la historia.
No, na przykład wyobraźmy sobie, że chcielibyśmy otrzymać informację o jakiejś osobie niezwykle znanej, historycznej.
Si no tenemos de alguna manera alguna conexión con los elementos del ambiente hipnótico y esta persona, aunque no esté conectada, no autoriza esta información, pues no llega.
Więc jeśli wyobrazimy sobie, że ta osoba nie jest w żaden sposób połączona z tym środowiskiem hipnotycznym, w którym pracujemy, może się tak zdarzyć, że absolutnie nie zezwoli na żadne przekazywanie informacji na swój temat.
Y cuando pasa esto, hay siempre o casi siempre alguna entidad que se aprovecha de la situación.
I kiedy to się dzieje, zazwyczaj pojawia się jakiś byt, który wykorzystuje tę sytuację.
Se puede presentar con la supuesta identidad de la persona o del ser que estamos buscando, o puede de todas formas modificar o inventar una información por su cuenta, por su personal ventaja.
Może zrobić dwie rzeczy. Albo przyjąć, zidentyfikować się z osobą, o której chcemy zrobić tę sesję, przyjąć jej tożsamość, albo zmienić informacje, które chcielibyśmy otrzymać, tak aby to działało na jej korzyść.
Nosotros en sesión a clientes podemos trabajar porque el cliente nos autoriza a trabajar en él en su sesión.
Podczas sesji dla klientów możemy pracować nad takimi informacjami, bo otrzymujemy zgodę na informacje właśnie dzięki temu klientowi.
Y podemos trabajar con sus seres queridos, por ejemplo, o con los seres que interfieren con ella, propio porque hay estas conexiones.
I możemy pracować na przykład z istotami, które kocha ta dana osoba, lub z bytami, które w nią ingerują, właśnie przez to połączenie, które tam istnieje.
Entonces, hay una gran diferencia entre la sesión a un cliente para solucionar sus problemas y hacer sesiones para investigar.
Dlatego istnieje taka duża różnica między sesjami, które robimy dla klientów, aby rozwiązać ich problemy, i między sesjami takimi poszukiwawczymi, badawczymi.
Por eso digo que no existe una sesión investigativa.
I dlatego właśnie Wam mówię, że nie istnieje coś takiego jak sesja badawcza.
Lo que existe es un protocolo de sesiones de investigación.
To, co istnieje, to pewien protokół sesji badawczych.
Hay que seguir un protocolo y hay que ejecutar una serie de sesiones y con personas diferentes.
Więc trzeba zawsze śledzić ten sam protokół, a jednocześnie wykonać wiele sesji z różnymi osobami.
El protocolo tiene que ser único, unívoco, porque hay que preguntar en un tema las mismas preguntas para ir en la misma dirección.
Ten protokół powinien być zawsze taki sam, ponieważ należy zadawać takie same pytania, tak aby iść zawsze w tym samym kierunku.
Cuanto más está restringido este espacio de investigación, cuanto más podemos tener más probabilidad de tener buena información.
Im bardziej zawężamy obszar naszych poszukiwań, tym bardziej prawdopodobne będzie, że otrzymamy dobre informacje.
Sí, podemos también aumentar este espacio, pero tenemos que aumentar proporcionalmente el número de sesiones por hacer.
Możemy oczywiście rozszerzyć ten obszar, ale wtedy będziemy zmuszeni również rozszerzyć ilość tych sesji.
Luego, cuando tenemos una grande serie de sesiones, pero estamos hablando de centenas o hasta de millares de sesiones.
I wtedy mówimy o olbrzymiej liczbie sesji, od setki po tysiące.
Tenemos que recoger toda aquella información que es común a todas o a casi todas estas sesiones hechas.
I wtedy musimy pozbierać te informacje, które są wspólne dla wszystkich bądź prawie wszystkich tych sesji.
Esta información común vais a ver que es un porcentaje muy pequeño con respecto a la totalidad de la información.
I zobaczycie, że ta informacja wspólna będzie naprawdę niewielkim odsetkiem tych informacji, które się tam pojawią.
Son pepitas de oro.
To są takie malutkie ziarenka.
Es como si nosotros vamos a un río, vamos a coger este filtro, vamos a coger muchísima arena para recoger solo muy pocas pepitillas de oro.
I można to przyrównać do poszukiwania złota, kiedy filtruje się dno rzeki, zbiera się mnóstwo piasku, a na koniec pojawiają się maleńkie ziarenka złota.
Esa sí que es información de oro.
I to jest właśnie ta informacja złota.
Si hoy podemos decir que hay seres que interfieren bastante con el ser humano y que tienen formas de animales reptiles o de animales a forma de insectos, etcétera, es porque todo esto sale desde que se empezaron las sesiones de hipnosis y hay muchísimas, millares y millares con esta información común.
I jeśli dzisiaj możemy powiedzieć, że są ingerencje, które przybierają formy albo reptilii, albo jakichś insektów, to dlatego, że takie informacje wychodzą od początku naszych sesji hipnotycznych i są wspólne i jest ich tysiące.
Pero si yo digo que en la ciudad de Nueva York en el 1452, exacto en aquel punto, había una casa que vivía un viejo que se llamaba Tom, pues solo en aquella sesión ha salido y cuanto más contaminada puede ser, no lo va a saber nadie.
Ale jeśli chciałabym powiedzieć, przekazać taką informację, że w Nowym Jorku w 1452 roku stał taki a taki dom, w którym mieszkał taki a taki starszy pan o imieniu Tom, to nie mam pojęcia, jak bardzo zanieczyszczona będzie ta informacja.
Así entonces se hace investigación. Es un trabajo muy largo, muy duro y tiene que ser hecho con un protocolo riguroso i severo.
A więc właśnie w taki sposób należy robić sesje badawcze. Jest to proces bardzo długi, ciężki i który wymaga bardzo restrykcyjnego protokołu.
Entonces, por esto que nosotros ya vamos a empezar a hacer ciclos de investigación.
I właśnie dlatego zaczniemy teraz robić takie cykle badawcze.
La estructura del team, que cada vez va creciendo siempre más, y el número de clientes que cada día contactan con nosotros, nos permiten organizar estos ciclos de investigación.
I ponieważ struktura naszego zespołu cały czas się powiększa, a także liczba klientów, którzy kontaktują się z nami każdego dnia, te czynniki pozwalają nam na to, żebyśmy zrobili taki cykl badawczy.
Creo que ya he dicho todo, o casi todo. Cualquier pregunta podéis escribirla en los comentarios del vídeo o donde sea publicado el vídeo.
Myślę, że powiedziałem wszystko, bądź prawie wszystko, a jeśli macie jakieś pytania, to proszę zadajcie je pod tym wideo.
Gracias por vuestra atención.
Dziękujemy za Waszą uwagę.
Y gracias a ti, Milena.
Gracias a ti, Kalo. Dziękujemy.
Chao.
Ciao.